Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex. In the last episode, we got the remaining 5 relics from the regular 25 levels, so now it's time to check out the secret warp room. The levels in this are actually unlocked by getting relics. 5 for level 26, 10 for level 27, and then 15 for 28, 20 for level 29, and 25 for level 30. So we would have had to do the time trials to actually do these levels anyway. So how are the secret warp room levels, you might be wondering? Well, they exist. They're not great, to be honest, but they exist, and we will do them. Starting with level 26, Nighttime, which has a strange sapphire time, 135.47. They couldn't have rounded that off to 30 or 40? It's a Coco level, in any case. And surprisingly not much loading time. So this might look a bit familiar. Well, it's a darkness. It has a darkness effect. The only level in this game that does, and I can't say I'm too sad about that. Get our Aku Aku out of here. One thing I'm not sure about with the darkness effect in this game is, do we have to keep pace with it like we do in other Crash Bandicoot games? I'm hoping we don't, but maybe we... Whoops. Bumped my equipment and got distracted. And we're back to 99 lives. Nice. So if you couldn't tell already, this is just level 11, the Gauntlet. Except with some modifications, like a new darkness gimmick, some extra traps, and some changes to make it possible to do as Coco. Yeah, it's lame, it's lazy, but honestly, at least it's the only reused level this time, as opposed to the 2 of Crash Bandicoot 3, or the 3 of Crash Bandicoot 2, depending on how you count them. So I don't see anything down there, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so I think I know when I want to go. Decent music. Also, why are some of these Wumpa fruits not on the same plane? That's strange. Also, every level in the secret warp room has 2 gems, one for the boxes and one that's just placed in the level. Such as that one. Okay, there's our second checkpoint. I was getting a bit worried about that. And more fast traps. Can I get... Oh, that doesn't look fun. Oh, I barely got out of there in time. Why couldn't that have been before the checkpoint? And then we slam. That was not proper timing for that. I notice this level is giving us an awful lot of extra lives. I guess it is harder than level 11. The single block wide jumps. And all those 1-ups that... Oh, apparently that thing hit me. We no longer have any Aku Akus either, so that'll be good. So let's see. There we go. That's the proper timing for that. Yeah, whatever other flaws this game may have, you gotta admit the soundtrack's good. I know I already said that, but needless to say, there's no death route here. There never are in secret levels. Same goes for gem routes. You know, I can't say I'm looking forward to doing this one on time trial. Also good, another checkpoint. Is that Aku Aku number 2 or 3? I guess it's 3. This level does seem to be rather generous with the Aku Akus. I'm not sure if there is actually something back there, but just in case. I was invincible. I didn't need to take any damage to do whatever that was anyway. That looks tricky. But we're almost at the end of the level anyway. And I ran into a nitro. Good going. Okay, 112 out of 112. So, got both gems on the first try. I mean, it's not counting dying, of course. Yeah, it is a reused level, but honestly it feels different enough from level 11 to feel somewhat new. Like it's not completely lame. But now we have to do it on time trial, so yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that. For the secret warp room levels, I'm planning on doing the regular run for the gems, and then the time trial run immediately afterward, for each level. So after I've gotten the relic for level 26, we'll move on to level 27. So, see you back in a minute here. Or less than that, actually. Well, that's that level done, anyway. I suppose Nighttime is a fitting name for it, given that it has a medieval theme and a darkness gimmick, or Nighttime, if you will. Haha. Sadly, it was probably the best level in this warp room by virtue of being the only regular platforming one. All the remaining 4 levels are vehicle levels, unfortunately. So we have to do them in whatever. We'll start with level 27, Ghost Town. In addition to its vehicle gimmick, it has another weird Sapphire Time and a Wild West theme. It's a minecart. A minecart race, specifically, against Crunch. And this one can be a bit confusing. There's not just one path to take, there are a bunch of different ones, and we have to take them all on the 3 different laps that we'll get to go around this place. I don't think you can hit any of the nitros by staying on the track, it's worth noting. Only if you lean. But yeah, the general theme with this one is, don't take the same paths you've already taken, and try not to go down the same routes as Crunch either, because usually either you get stuck behind him and can't catch up, or he gets stuck behind you and blocks your vision. But yeah, now we'll just ride along here. As Yogi Berra once said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Hopefully Crunch won't catch up. And now we have to go right here. Time for lap 3. And now we have to go into the cave, that path that we ignored the first 2 laps. You pretty much always want to do this one last. I suspect that the switch crates actually activate boxes in here, so you probably have to do it last anyway. But at least we're still in first place, and I think we have all the boxes now, aside from the nitros, which we'll get shortly, because that last switch crate activates the nitro detonator right in the middle of the track. So, there's our gem for the boxes. And we get another gem for winning the race. So yeah, kind of a weird level, that one. Not particularly hard, at least not in terms of ability to die in it. But it might take a bit of getting used to figure out your way around the place. Anyway, time for the time trial. So there's one more thing I'd like to check out with this level. I've heard that it's actually possible to win the race by not doing anything at all. No leaning, no going onto a different path, no pressing the speed up button. So I want to see if that's actually true. Can we win Ghost Town by doing absolutely nothing? I am not touching the controls, my hands are nowhere near them. And we start off in first, but we end up in second, riding Crunch's butt. I still haven't really been paying close enough attention, or I didn't during the main run or the time trial, to figure out if Crunch always takes the same path through the course, either on any given lap or overall, or if he does it differently depending on what Crash does. Anyway, we're on to lap 2, and we're getting farther and farther behind. So it's not looking good so far, but there's still another lap to go. Would have been nice if he could have taken the longer path, but nope, we're even farther behind and onto lot 3. And he's going into the cave. Well, that could be bad for him. It's good for us. Still not touching the controller, or keyboard, as the case may be. And now we're in first, because he decided to take a shortcut through the cave. Oh my gosh, it actually works. We won the race. Without doing anything. That's silly. If you needed more proof why that level is sad. Anyway. Alright, first 2 levels of the secret warp room done. Got all the gems, got both of the relics, so it is time to move on.